didn't you? Started a fucking war.
Got no idea what you're talking about.
What's up, YouTube? My brother bought Mafia the Old Country like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. But anyway, I asked him what he thought about it recently. He beat it. He been beat it. He say it's the worst Mafia game of the whole series. Gameplay, storyline, gunplay mechanics.
Whack! The way that he talks, whack! The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack!
I know what some of y'all saying. Man, bro, yo, bro, a hater, bro. He a hater, man. He needs to stop drinking that haterade and drink some Gatorade. I hear you. But when you look at Mafia, it's some stiff competition. We all can agree Mafia 2 was the best Mafia. Vito was the best protagonist, you know what I'm saying? And Mafia 1 was okay, the remake was okay. Mafia 3, a lot of people didn't like it because it wasn't Mafia, because the protagonist was black and it took place in Louisiana and blah, blah, blah. But the mob started off a different game. It used to be a Jewish Mafia, Irish. It was, but I'm not finna get into all that. All right, and a black Mafia. I'm not finna get into all that. Compared to the competition of the old Mafias, it was whack. Like my brother said, I liked it, but it was whack. Like Godfather 3. It can't compete with with the sequel and all that. The prequel couldn't compete with the sequel. That's what this was. And one thing I can say about the old country, I like that they went into the backstory of other characters from other franchises, specifically Leo Galante.
They know everything that comes in, everything that goes out. Bottles from around the world come off the boats. Remember, these are friends of ours. You hang back, I will do the introductions.
Leone.
You ever work around here or just sit around and play games?
Oh, un momento.
Merda!
So in this game, young Leo Galante, he a side character. His grandfather was a Don back in the old country. Yup, Mr. Galante. Don freaking Frank Vinci. He worked for the Galante family in the old country. He was young. All of them was young, but I like that. Back in Mafia 2, when Leo told fucking Vito,
Don't fuck with me, boy. I've probably forgotten more about this business than you'll ever learn.
he wasn't bullshitting, y'all. The man wasn't bullshitting. He went from the age of horses and carts all the way to the fucking Vietnam War. His grandfather was a Don. He watched the things take place like from the top level to the bottom level. And people say, oh, well, his grandfather was a Don. Why he ain't become a Don? Because he wanted to be number 2. Think about it. When you number 2, you got most of the power or just as much power or even more power and none of the bullshit. Being a concierge or whatever, that's like, or being number 2, that's like being a side dude. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to hit none of that nagging or nothing, and you still get to smash. All of the power, or most of the power, and only half of the responsibility, or sometimes none. Like, that's genius. I just love when shows and stuff, games go into people backstories. You see character development. What I ain't like though about that, and I ain't think was realistic, was how the fuck did Leo go from having the actual accent, Oh, he had the accent. How he go from that to sound like a native born New Yorker? What the fuck are you doing? Like, come on, bro. If Grandpa Clyde from Venezuela came from Germany, even though he lived in whatever, South America for all them years, I'm sure he would still have a slight, Germanish accent. You know what I'm saying? Me, if I moved to another country, yeah, I learn their language, but I would still have people be like, damn, what Grandpa from? So I ain't think that was, realistic. Like, even like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he come from Austria or whatever, like the famous painter. But still, even though he lived in America for 40, 50 years, you could still tell like he got like a little bit of an accent, He go over there, they probably, be like, damn, bro got an accent. We saying the same thing, bro got an accent. So I didn't think that was realistic. But that's small stuff to a giant. I just like when games and stuff go into details, like reloading the weapon and how a car started or how you load, just stuff like that. Go into detail. I like details. And another thing about the story I ain't like, right? So in the front, you got Enzo, the main character. To the right, you got Don Teresi, the dude with the knife. He the Don of the family, of the Teresi family. And then to the left, Don Teresi. To the right, you got his daughter, Isabella, right? Isabella and the main character fell in love. But that fucked everything up, because Don Therese ain't want nobody fucking with his daughter. If that was me, I would have told Isabella,
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
over there looking like Joe Barbaro grandma. Like, come on, you mad. Enzo, the Don liked him. Enzo could have ran the family once the Don was gone. Like, for real, he could have been his underboss and took over. She fucked everything up. And Enzo fucked it up because he couldn't keep it in his pants. But she mad. I ain't even gonna lie. I guess she look alright with her head down, but still. You know your daddy, Don Therese, don't play about you. You know he a stone cold killer. You know this like the late 1800s, early 1900s. You know this man don't play about you. And back then, they was doing shotgun weddings and stuff. If you got a chick pregnant, you had to marry her. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Spoiler warning. The game been out for like damn near a month. If you don't know by now, then I'm sorry. Cut the video off. But Don Therese didn't fuck around with his daughter so much that he resumed a fucking mafia war. The other mob, you know, he had a peace treaty with, tried to kidnap this rich kid, basically. And his daughter was just so happened to be, she was there with the kid on a blind date or whatever. And he was like, this didn't involve us, but because they brought my daughter into this, fuck it. And started killing, bro. Enzo knew he didn't play about her. She knew he didn't play about her. I would have had to leave that alone. All the girls in Sicily and in Italy and Europe. And he chose to mess with the one that was off limits. And it wasn't just that either. I mean, the game itself was kind of short. I think that's why they only you only had to pay like $40 or something. It was a shorter game. They couldn't really charge the full 60, you know. Compared to Mafia 3, kind of repetitive, but it was a longer game. Mafia 2, longer game, better story. Mafia 1, they didn't charge. I don't think they charged that much either because it was a shorter game. The game was just short. Like, they spent however many years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years developing this game. They could have made it a little longer. I ain't tripping because it could have been much worse. But then again, it could have been much better. Don't say I'm hating. I'm just doing an honest review, y'all. And by the way, let me know if y'all want me to do a Mafia, the old country review. Not a review, but a Mafia old country things I didn't like video. So I could roast the different characters and, you know, all that. But yeah. If y'all enjoyed this video, y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. And let me know what y'all want me to do next. And yeah. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. If you don't got a day off, enjoy it. Because I got to take my A to work tomorrow. And yeah. Like, comment, share, subscribe.